Всем привет, my name is Vika, I'm very glad to see you on my channel, and today I wanted to make a video for my minimalist series that I know some of you enjoy watching on my channel. And I wanted to talk about pros and cons of having a very small wardrobe. And by very small, I mean really small. I keep in mind my own wardrobe when I'm talking about these positive and negative sides. So if you haven't watched my video about my own wardrobe, I'll put a link up here and you can have the picture of how small my wardrobe is and what wardrobe I'm thinking of when I'm talking about this positive and negative sides. I'll start with positive moments because I still enjoy having a very small wardrobe, although there are some obviously negative moments to it, but I enjoy it, so I'll start with positive things. Number one is that small wardrobe takes a very small amount of space. We used to live in a very small apartment in Krasnodar, and it was about 40 square meters for 3 of us. And although I think it's quite enough for a family of 3, but still it's not enough space for having like a full wardrobe room. So I really enjoyed having a very small wardrobe. It was taking just couple of shelves, couple of hangers in our wardrobe, and it was absolutely enough for me. It didn't take much space, and that's something that I loved the most about it. Second positive thing is that it's very easy to maintain, and by that I mean you don't have to waste a lot of time on taking care of your clothes. You have a small amount of them, so you can easily take care of all your shoes, of all your winter coats, of all your just clothes in general. I iron our clothes from time to time, so it's easier for me to have a very small amount of them, so it doesn't take me hours to iron them, and it doesn't take just a lot of time to put them on the shelves after laundry, and also I don't have to declutter it all the time, as I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube and people just constantly declutter their wardrobe, and you don't have to do it very often because you have a small wardrobe and you just know all the pieces that are in it. So it's easy to maintain, it's easy to take care of, and just that's something that I love too a lot about it. Next positive thing is that you don't waste your money on it, so you can even tell that it saves your money. You don't buy all of this extra clothes that you just randomly like. You don't buy multiples just to have multiples, and in general I spend very small amount of money on my clothes. I don't really know how it happened, but I buy most of my clothes at the same period of time, and they get worn out or broken, or I get tired of them approximately at the same time several years later. So for example, right now it's the time when I need to change almost my whole wardrobe because I noticed that it's getting worn out, almost all the pieces in it. But during these several years I almost didn't spend any money on my clothes, and that's something that I also like a lot. Next is that it saves time, and I already started talking about it a little bit. I don't waste time on shopping, online shopping, like offline shopping, any kind of shopping. I just don't go there. Obviously I go shopping for other things, for some clothes for Agatha, for food, for anything like that, but I don't go shopping personally for myself often, almost at all, I need to say. And also it saves your time in the morning, in the evening, when you have to choose what you are going to wear for the next day. It takes just several seconds and you already know what you'll be wearing because you don't have that many options, and also don't spend much time on maintaining it, as I said before, so it saves your time a lot, and that's also a very good thing. Next good thing is that it's very easy to travel with a small wardrobe because most of my clothes I can put in one backpack or one suitcase, and that would be just all of my clothes for my whole life, and no matter where I go I can just take all of them if I want. So it's easy to pack, it's easy to choose what you are going to take with you, and it doesn't take a lot of space, so it's very easy to travel. My husband has pretty small wardrobe too, and my daughter, so usually all of our clothes we can fit in one suitcase or backpack. it usually depends on how many days we're going. A little tea break for my throat. It's getting better. Thank you all who were writing sweet comments about it under the last video. I think I talked about all positive moments that I wanted to mention, and let's come to the negative ones, because it's always pros and cons about everything in life. First of all, you can get bored of your clothes very easily. I have this feeling sometimes when I wear almost the same outfits every single day, and that's one of the reasons why I made my wardrobe pretty colorful, and most of the pieces are very different. So I have dresses, I have colorful things, I have black things, I have just different kinds of clothes, just to not get that bored very easily. Because if you wear all the neutral colors, I know that a lot of minimalists like to have very neutral colors or total black, and I personally get so easily bored from this like total black or total neutral colors. So yeah, you can get bored, but you can be also creative with your wardrobe, and as I said, you can change your whole wardrobe in several years later, because your clothes will be worn out anyway, and you can just totally change your style with like change all of your pieces, and you can be like a rock star for several years, and then you can look like a hippie, or then you can look like a normal person. And you know, just you can be creative with your wardrobe really, so that's why you won't get like completely bored of it. Next negative thing, and here I mean, as I said, very small wardrobe, for example similar size to mine. You can run out of your clothes pretty fast if you don't do laundry often. For example, I can get busy sometimes and I can forget that I need to do laundry. We do laundry every couple days, mostly because we have a pretty small washing machine, and we have like there are 3 of us, so clothes get dirty pretty easily. We also have a 1-year-old, and she gets messy all the time with food and just with some random stuff. But if you live alone, if there are not so many laundry to do in your house, then you can easily forget to do it and you can run out of your clothes. It happened a couple times to me that I just woke up and I was looking in my wardrobe and I see that I forgot to do my laundry and I don't have like t-shirts to wear. Very seldom, like just a couple times I think in my whole life. I need to say that for that case I have my husband and I can take his t-shirt to wear, but you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't forget about your laundry. Next negative thing that I need to admit happened quite often to me for the past couple months. That's why I was thinking a lot about these pros and cons and I decided to make this video. Very often your clothes break down or get a stain on it or just somehow get out of working condition in the least good moment for that. For example, you need to go somewhere, you are running late and then a button on your jeans breaks down, or a zipper, or you put a stain on your short, or you notice that there is a stain on your short that you didn't notice before, because with a toddler, I get stains on my t-shirts like every single day. If you have a small wardrobe, you just don't have that many options to quickly change your clothes. For example, I have only one pair of jeans, and if my jeans break down, it's usually quite a problem if I need to go out quickly. And usually, as I said, it's the worst moment for it, the worst. So yeah, it can happen, but if most of your clothes are new, if you really keep good care of them, this is pretty seldom thing to happen. So I have never worried about that much until the last couple months. Last but not the least negative thing about having a small wardrobe, and this even I think is the worst one, some people cannot understand why are you wearing almost the same clothes all the time, especially some people who really care a lot how they look and they want all the clothes to look like new. For example, my shoes don't look like new because I'm wearing them all the time, and When I really see that I need to change them, I change them, but I don't change them because they get a little bit of dirt on them, or because, you know, something is a little bit just doesn't look like new. I don't care about it. Some people care, and they may think you're weird. Also, and that's a very cute thing actually, but also it's about people not really understanding you well. I get quite a lot of comments under my video about my wardrobe where people are worried that I have such a small amount of clothes, and they are worried that I'll be cold, or that I just don't have money to buy clothes, or I don't know, just can't buy clothes in general. And I can buy clothes. I have money to buy clothes. I can get them. We have all the brands here in Russia. Small brands from abroad also have a delivery, so you can get everything you want here. You can get all the brands you want. You can get all the mass market shops here. There are like everything, a lot of malls, and just you can buy a lot of clothes here. And I can buy a lot of clothes here, but I just don't want to. It's my personal preference. I like having a very small wardrobe. I just like it because of some positive moments that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. I'm thankful for people who are caring, who ask if I need some help, who ask if I want them to send me something. That's very cute. I'm very thankful, but that's just because people don't really understand how I see my wardrobe, and that's something that can happen to you as well if you want to have a small wardrobe. That's just how I like my wardrobe to be, small and comfortable to use. So that's all for today, guys. If you have your own thoughts on pros and cons for a small wardrobe, if you have a small wardrobe yourself, you can share some funny stories down in the comments, and just in general, leave all your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.